beautiful people? It's Hershey Sunday, and I'm back with the scoop. Y'all see, it's morning time, okay? I'm just waking up. A lot going on, though, in media, so I wanted to do a recap for this morning, and if I need to, I'll do one later this evening once I have my zhuzh on. But I want us to kick off the scoop show by sending my condolences to Jazmine Sullivan, who lost her mother through cancer, by way of cancer. I am so sorry for this traumatic loss. Losing a parent is never easy, especially to something as horrible as cancer. So sending love and condolences to Jazmine Sullivan and her family and close friends. Moving on. With further condolences, and this is by way of the Neighborhood Talk, reportedly by way of Channel 2 Action News, a 3-year-old little girl unfortunately drowned at the home of Quad Webb. Now, I don't know what's surrounding this drowning, if there was a party, if this was a family member or a friend of Quad. You know her from Married to Medicine, but prayers are with the 3-year-old girl's family and close friends as well as Quad. Moving on. Now, Scoops, get into this, okay? This is a little foolery, a lot of foolery, actually. And unfortunately, it resulted in a person being unalive. So, via Baller Alert, it says that a family of a North Carolina woman says that she was unalived by a man's wife after he invited her to his house. So this is what they're saying what happened. Tyra Crosby, she's 25. Her mother has stated that the man who she ended up meeting, either at a club or at an event of some sort, had invited her to his house. She says that her daughter would not have went to his house if he had not lured her there and withheld information that he was married. Now, his wife came to the home, saw Tyra, 25. The wife is Stephanie Alexander, saw her, started beating her up, and then used a gun to unalive her. Her bond was $250,000. She bonded out of jail 6 hours later. Now, what I'm not seeing is the name of the man. I don't see him at all. But I see, Tyra, the 25-year-old, and then the wife. Says that in an 8-minute long message, Tyra, the young woman, called her mother. And she can hear her being beat up, tortured, and can also hear them telling her that they were going to unalive her. So she handed the recording to investigators, and now it's a whole investigation. What do y'all think, Scoops? I am so, if everything that's been stated is true and she was not under any type of notice that this man was married, yeah, both of them need to be charged. I'm sorry, they both need to be charged with this unaliving. I can't say the M word, but you know what I'm trying to say. People are so quick to withhold information, not knowing that it can result in losing a life. And I'm going to be honest, I was watching Tabitha Brown and her husband, Chance, and it was literally on this topic right there. And he gave the example of, and it's on YouTube, check it out. It's their Fridays with Tab and Chance. And he said something to the effect of, he had a homeboy he worked with that was messing with a married woman. And Chance was like, listen, there are very few things in life that people are willing to unalive for or be unalived for. And family is one of those things. And when you are knowingly inserting yourself in a situation, you stand a risk of something happening. Now, in this case, if she did not know, which the mother is saying she had no idea, her daughter wouldn't have went to his home knowing that he was married. She's completely innocent in this. And I hope that justice is served and they're both held responsible, because I'm sorry, you putting this young lady in this predicament is equally your fault, because you did it on a false pretense and you lied to her. Now, going back to my point with Chance and what he had said, for those that are intentionally messing with people that are not fully divorced, or they're still actively married and they're just sneaking and freaking and tootsie rolling, yeah, you do run the risk of something unfortunate happening. That's just what it is. Y'all gotta understand that folks are not all the way there, and people have unalived for far less. I hope that in this case, this young woman gets her justice served. I hate that she was unalived. I hate that this happened to her. And, she just walked into a booby trap. I really hate that. And I'm going off of this knowledge of what her mother is saying. There's no indication saying that she knew that the man was married. So I'm going to side with she didn't know. And she was, under the impression, from what the mother said, the man was a lot older, old enough to be her father. So, and she was only 25 herself. So I'm going with what the mother is saying. If there's new information to come out, I'll update it then. But let's move on. Now, y'all, this is a deep story. This is from Hollywood Unlocked, and it gets deep. So I'm just going to read what they print. Says that a Central Florida couple was arrested on Wednesday, July the 19th, after being accused of trafficking young women they bailed out of jail. 34-year-old Joselito Martinez Gonzalez and 30-year-old Tanya Worston of Marion County. So this is what's been going on. They're saying that the couple during 2019 and 2021 would bail these young women out of jail, have them come live with them, and then they were forced to engage in commercial, actual, with the S in front, acts with customers, allowing the couple to make up to $300,000 over those 2 years from those 3 victims. Says that they kept the women in line using narcotics, threats of violence, and humiliating them with acts such as shaving the victim's head to control them. Says that he forced 2 of those women to accept tattoos as a way of branding them as his property. The MBI goes on to claim that Martinez Gonzalez and Worston share a minor child together who live in the couple's home, along with the trafficking victims, where all of the alleged prostitution acts happen. This is just disgusting. I'm sorry. They stated that the child was often present in the home while the commercial X dates were occurring. So put the S in front of X dates. The investigators also believe that there were more victims as the couples constantly sought out women since their arrest. Excuse me. The judge has set their bond to $45,000 and ordered that they have no contact with any of the victims. Elsewhere, records from Florida Department of Corrections show Martinez Gonzalez previously spent 3 years in prison for conspiracy to commit organized fraud of $50,000 or more and part of unemployment benefits scam, while Worston was sentenced to 18 months in prison for her role. This is absolutely disgusting. Y'all, please be careful out here. A lot of these helping hands are not helping hands. It's a plot and a ploy. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Moving on. Now, the Dubai authorities, this is from the Shade Room, rejected claims that the Houston truck driver was detained for screaming in public. So, according to the Dubai police, they firmly deny allegations made in some stories circulating that the American woman who was arrested was merely yelling in public. They go on to say that Dubai police received a complaint from a car rental office accusing her of slandering and defaming an employee amidst a dispute over car rental fees. The individual was questioned as per legal procedures and subsequently released pending the resolution of ongoing legal proceedings between her and the car rental office. According to the UAE's federal decree, the punishment for publicly insulting another person in a way that may injure the victim's honor or dignity include up to a year in prison. It could also include a fine up to 20K AED, which is about 5,400 USD. I have nothing to say about this because please stop going to these countries. Stop. Stop going to these. Stop. I'm not going there. I'm not going to these countries where they, and also you got to know that as a woman, especially a woman of color, a black woman, baby, they are all too ready sometimes to just throw you in for whatever reason. So y'all got to be safe and y'all got to be careful out here. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and comment for more content. And as always, I'm Hershey Sunday, and I'm back with the scoop. Peace.